time coming for me to say, welcome to episode 1 of the Birds of Broad Street podcast.
Congratulations on beating a horrible Falcons team.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Broad Street, and for the 100th time, welcome to the Birds of Broad Street. I am your boy, Mizzy Miz, Cool Cat Kind YouTube representing the Birds. Trust me, BIRDGANG 31 will be here, Moan will be here. Salute the Notion, he's a very busy man, but we got OG one trigger Troy Rizzock.
Let's get it. Not the 100th episode, though.
Yeah, and
it don't even
exactly 100. Yeah, 100 episodes, man. 100 episodes, and we got my guy King DV in the building. What up, King?
Man, I'm just happy to be a part of this, man. It's a 100 in here, man. Like, you know, man, look, I've been watching y'all for a minute. You know, I came on the show a couple of times with me, JC. Now me and Smitty is a part of the show. You know, I just, you know, want to keep this thing going, man.
Yeah, and we got Smitty in the building. What up, Smitty?
What's good, man? Proud to be here, man. It's 100, man. We moving forward. I'm just, hey, look, I'm happy to be here for the 100, but I'm ready to see 200. I think 200 gonna be crazy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen, y'all, I appreciate everybody for this opportunity. 100 episodes of the Birds of Broad Street. Listen, it started with a vision. It started with me, Notion, and BG31 episode 1. Then we went on and added this man down here, One Trigger Trey Rock. The ladies, man. I know, Trigger. Then we brought it Moan with the Speedoid. And then we bring in these two people right here from inside the nest all the way down the Broad Street, King DV and Smitty. So, King, 100 episodes, your thoughts? Go ahead. We had amazing people on the show. We had Trigger on the show. We had Mitch on the show. King DV was on the show. Lord Brunson was on the show. Boss, Cole, Boys for Life. The list goes on and up. We had Philly 500 on the show. We had lots and lots of people that's been on the show, man. Salute to everybody. Salute to my co-hosts, Noshi Gang, BG, Mrs. BIRDGANG, Trigger Trey, Simone, King DV, Smitty, my family. Go ahead, King DV. 100 episodes, man. Go ahead.
Man, you like Nick Fury, man. I said that on Twitter, man. You like Nick Fury, man. Putting everything together, man. You had a vision, man. I give so much props to you, man. You do not never quit on the show. You let the show go on. You sit up there and be on the subway, man. I heard, so many stops while you were sitting up there recording, and you just still recorded, man. So look, This is a big shout out to you, man. You know, without you having a vision, you guys having a vision, none of this would have been possible, man. So, you know, I'm just happy to be a part of it, and thank you for including me.
No problem. Smitty?
When I first started coming on here, you know, I never assumed that I would be, you know what I'm saying, a contribution part to the Birds of Broad Street. But Cool Cat, you know what I'm saying, he keep everything rolling, he keep everything going. You know what I'm saying? I respect him for being here every week, you know what I'm saying, no matter rain, sleet, or snow. So, you know what I'm saying, we just want to thank you, bro, for this 100. You know what I'm saying? Without you, there wouldn't be 100. So we glad to be here, man. We appreciate it.
Yep. Trigger?
Yeah, you already know, man. I did one episode with BIRDGANG, Philly Notion, and then I was added to the show, man. It's been rocking since. I done had plenty of debates, arguments, and cussed a few people out. Bro, it get live sometimes. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. We done had some great shows. Cowboys fans, Commanders fans, Giants fans, even a couple like Baltimore fans, Browns fans. I didn't got into it with them too. So, I mean, this is a great thing. We're gonna just keep this thing rocking, man.
Yeah, 100 episodes. I thank you guys for watching. And listen, I want y'all to help me out. Subscribe to the Birds of Broad Street YouTube channel because it's also a big week for your boy because this week is my birthday on Wednesday. So this is, my birthday's on Wednesday. So early birthday present for your boy. 100 episodes of this ish right here. So please. And thank y'all, man. Without you guys, there would be no Birds of Broad Street. I created the vision. Everybody on the chat, everybody in here created the vision, man. We just want, in the words of the legendary E-Rock, when it comes to this podcast, it's really simple. Welcome to Broad Street. Whether you're a street rat little boy, whether you're a Giant, whether you're a Washington Commander, a 49er, a Baltimore Raven, an Eagles fan, it don't matter who you are. The slogan says it all right down here. Welcome to Broad Street. I will welcome anybody with open arms. And if you're a street rat, Jersey Giant, or Washington Commander, I will kick you out afterwards. And also when it comes to this, I wanted the best. When it comes to the show, I wanted the best. Notion Gang. Exactly. Notion Gang. Exactly. Notion Gang is the best. BIRDGANG 31, Mrs. BIRDGANG, the best. Trigger Trey Rock out here hanging out with the kids, saluting with me. He's the best. Have you seen Moan with the Springboard as of late? Do I need to say more about my sis?
Hey, yo, Moan over there killing it, bro.
Have you seen my sister?
Man. Killing it, bro.
She pushing the envelope. She's pushing the envelope, guys. She really is,
Moan,
man.
I'm coming with you.
Come on now, put some respect on my sister. She's the best. And these two right here, from Inside the Nest, the Birds of Broad Street, King DV, I knew him since he first started. Him working with JC, now with Smitty, the best. Smitty up and coming, dealing with Cole and doing all these bills and people on StreamYard on Twitter. The best. I want the best, y'all. When I create this show, I want the best on this show. And I brought, like King DV said, I'm like Nick Fury. I brought the Avengers out. I brought the Avengers. Exactly. Salute to everybody that's on the chat, man, for rocking with us. 100 episodes in. But now it's time to do what we do. It's time to talk some birds. Because that's what we do on this show. Cat is lit. Exactly. 100 episodes, y'all. This means something to me. This means something to me. I had a vision to create the #1 bird talk show on Mondays. And y'all been rocking with me since day one. Y'all been hanging out with me all the shows. From the first episode of August 2nd with me and Notion, all the way to #100. You guys been rocking with us. You supported us. I wouldn't have it. And trust me, like Smitty says, 200. 200 is on the way starting next week with the countdown. So I salute to each and every one of you guys, man. So now that we did all our ifs, let's talk about the training camp battle line stories, and then we'll bring you guys in to talk some birds. So Smitty, your top training camp battle that you want to see going into training camp, whether it's Bulldogs versus the offensive line, Quads versus the number 4 wide receiver, your top not storyline, training camp battle.
I'm gonna go back to where I've been, man. DV, you done heard me say it 1,000 times. Sidney Brown and the other 2 safeties, man. It gotta be that. If it ain't that, I don't know where else we could go. We could go a few places. But I think Sidney Brown is gonna bring some pressure to this safety room. I don't think, it's gonna be like when we had Gannon in the room last year where he kind of got in his ways, he got stuck, he didn't move on, he didn't bring in people, he didn't give anybody a chance to get their feet wet. I think Sidney Brown gonna cause a collision, man. But then I heard a take today, and it kind of swayed, how I felt. It says that the Pittsburgh Steelers were 50-50 on Terrell Edmonds. It was 50% of the coaching staff in the front office that wanted him back, and 50% that didn't. So that tells me that he was doing something for some people that he wasn't doing for others. So we're gonna see.
Yep, Smitty.
Right, so,
go ahead, Trevor.
Let me kind of respond to that. All right, so I got a close friend. He's a Steelers fan. I watched a lot of Terrell Edmonds, but I mean, I seen like the basic. He's an okay safety and stuff like that. Not a great tackler, but he's not great in coverage. But I mean, if you got a room for him, he'd be good. If you think he's just gonna sit back there and play safety and just, play deep third stuff like that, nah, you got to actually move this dude around. He's not great in coverage. He's not a great tackler. So I feel like Sidney Brown can win that job. He can win the job. It's just, with some coaching staffs, it's veteran presence, stuff like that. You start the season off, and then, the young and grow into it. But with me, and it's just me, I feel like if you draft a dude, you got to let him go through his growing pains. Put him on the field. Let him, just like we did Blankenship. Blankenship got on the field. It was hard to get that dude off. He was everywhere, tackling, making plays in the passing game. It's like, bro, I feel like you gotta let Sidney Brown just rock, bro. And Edmonds could be that veteran presence, but this your young guy, this your rookie. Like, let him play. Let him go through his growing pains. Let him grow with the defensive coordinator. So I'm cool with the Edmonds, even the Justin Evans being here, but I want to see Sidney Brown on the field. I don't want it to be a N'Kobe Dean type year when you red shirting him and all that. No, I want to see this dude play.
I really want to know why Jonathan Gannon didn't put rotation in. Like, I like to see people get their feet wet. I know they're young, but it's nothing better than in-game experience. I didn't understand that last year. It really threw me for a loophole.
But you really had to focus on special teams. You had to focus on getting stops on special teams, and this is why the rotation wasn't that deep, because of the special teams. So you had those guys, tackling out there whenever they could, because we sucked there too. So
yeah, go ahead, King DV. You said it already.
No. So I'm gonna go on the other side of the ball. I'm gonna go with the engine of the offense, which is the O-line. It's really like Cam Jurgens at this point has to play. But Lane Johnson is on record saying that he wants to play with a tall right guard. Whereas though, Kelsey basically saying, hey, Cam Jurgens he deserves to be that right guard. So I just want to see how, Cam Jurgens and Tyler Steen, battle out to see who's going to actually basically, start week 1 up until, because that's going to be the engine with Jalen Hurts getting the time, with these running backs that we just acquired, getting them holes and being able to, clear them, the blocking down the field. Everything is going to matter. Everything is going to matter. Also, you got to put somebody in there that's not going to, cause penalties and make us go backwards. We always about moving forward. So, that's going to be the battle I'm looking for. What are these guys going to do to basically be between 2 Hall of Famers?
Yeah, I agree with everybody. So let's go ahead and dive into some of these training camp battles. We got Cam Jurgens versus Tyreek Steen. I think that's his name.
No, Tyler
Steen. Yeah, Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tyler Steen. I'll say that one. So which one takes the spot that Isaac Selamala took? King DV?
If I had to choose, man, like I would like
Yeah.
Tyler Steen to play, only because Jason Kelsey is up there in age, and we don't know if he's gonna get banged up a little bit throughout the season. So you want to you know reserve that to the or preserve that to the point where we're gonna need him in the long run. Let Cam Jurgens be the center and let Tyler Steen stay at right guard. But it's all up to Stoutland at this point.
Yep. Many?
Between Tyler Steen and Cam Jurgens, I mean, by heart, you know what I'm saying, I want, Cam Jurgens to be in there, but I also don't want to go to the situation that we just had with Landon Dickerson, where you brought him in to replace a certain player. He ends up playing well at another position, and now you're still having to replace that position. So I think it's gonna be Cam Jurgens because of his knowledge of the offense and his chemistry with the team. But I think, Tyler Steen got to take his bumps and bruises this year, man. I think he got a red shirt and wait it out. But I would prefer, if I had to pick, and we were saying Jason Kelsey gone next year, I might let Tyler Steen play this year at right guard just to not lose Cam Jurgens to being too good at right guard where you need another center.
Yep. Trigger?
What about that dude from the Broncos that they say we looking at? I'm gonna look him up and get back to y'all in just a second.
Yep. Go ahead, Trigger.
All right, so we drafted Cam Jurgens to be a center, but that's gonna kind of be impossible this year because Kelsey back. So I want to see him on the field too, bro. I mean, center guard. I know center a little bit different, but I just want to see dude on the field. We seen him on the field somewhat last year. I just want to see him on the field. If you let a rookie beat you out for that guard position, bro, I don't got no faith for you. So I mean, I'll take for real rap. I'll take Jurgens right there, and the young dude could back him up. He could be the piece where the what's the dude? What's his name? Andre Dillard. Andre Dillard. He could be the Andre Dillard. I mean, and then you'll figure out your role later on down the line. But I'd rather see Cam Jurgens win that spot so I can see his blocking, his aggressiveness, stuff like that. Because he's gonna be our future center. I mean,
Yep.
once Kelsey go, he gonna be the guy. He gonna be the guy that Jalen Hurts depending on. So I'd rather see Cam Jurgens on the field. Even though I know the dude from Alabama, he's a big dude, stuff like that. I mean, he can be a real greater in the run game. Cam Jurgens is a little bit on the smaller side, but that's a good thing. You getting there working now. You protecting our quarterback, our future, our trophy piece. And I mean, I feel like he should win that battle. But if he don't, he just don't. It's like, bro, if you can't win that battle over a rookie, then you don't deserve to be on the field. You don't deserve to be my player if you can't beat a rookie out.
Mm-hmm. I understand your point. You got to beat the rookie out, but it was times last season when Kelsey got out a couple plays or whatever. You couldn't even tell he was out the game with Cam Jurgens at the center. So I think that he was comfortable being there. I don't know. I think that's where I lean towards more Tyler Steen because I don't really know how Cam Jurgens is going to be at the right guard position. But I understand your point that if it's out of them two, Cam Jurgens is your best bet because he had a year in Stoutland University, and you want a guy in there that knows the playbook already. But how much has the playbook changed since now we changed coordinators?
Context on that, DV. Last year he was supposed to be our right guard in training camp. If Kelsey didn't have to get surgery, he would have played right guard all last year.
I know.
He probably would have fought with Isaac Seumalo last year. And I don't think the offense changed too much. It's really Sirianni offense. I know Isaac Seumalo might have not lost, but he might would have been in the battle with him. Just getting snaps at that position is considered, a battle if you can perform.
Yep. I agree with everybody.
But the dude was Dalton Reisner from the Broncos. They said we was looking at him for guard. He's a veteran guard, but they were looking maybe for depth. I don't know.
Yeah. The next battle I see is Quez Watkins trying to keep his third spot against some of these up and coming wide receivers. So, King DB, we'll start with you. Do Quez step up and keep his spot, or do someone else takes it?
I'm gonna give a little faith, and I think Quest is gonna do it because he got that fire under him now that somebody else can actually potentially take that from him. Not saying that Alameda is not going to have any playing time, but I think Quest deserved it, especially on the last year of his contract. He had a down year. A lot of people say it's not a down year, but it is because he dropped passes in pivotal moments. But overall, I think Quest deserved just one last shot, man. He was over here talking about Jalen Hurts deserving, one more chance. A lot of people were talking about him not passing there. Then look what he did. Who knows? He could be the Nessa Aguilar of the Super Bowl run. He could be somebody like that,
Right.
but faster. He's probably going to ball out this season. And then we got something else to talk about at the end of the season. But I think Quez Watkins beats out Alameda, and Alameda just be that fourth wide receiver because Brian Johnson likes to spread the ball out and offense out. So it's going to be 4 receivers regardless.
Yep. Smitty?
I'm gonna keep it real. I'm scared for Quez Watkins. I told you yesterday, DV, I've been watching a lot of that Brian Johnson, Florida, Mississippi State. And he likes those small slot receivers who can get in the middle and find open space. Quez has to tune his game. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all all since we've been asking the question about Quez, I've been saying I want him on the roster. I definitely want him on the roster. But I want the best man on the roster. Quez gonna have to step it up for me, man. Like last year, we're gonna wipe that slate. It's a new year. He did what he did last year. Let's see if he can improve. If he improves, he got the spot. But I do like Olamide Zaccheaus to get more snaps than people really realize he's going to get because I could really see Oz winning this spot under the new offense. But I want Quez on his team. So if Quez is the third option with a lot of snaps or the fourth option with a lot of snaps, I want to see him in the offense because he does open up the field. He does take the top off of a defense and make you less able to play the run, less able to play Jalen Hurts. You can't one-on-one, these 2 receivers on the outside and Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown. So with that being said, I hope he win the spot, but I can see Oz coming out of this with the win, man. He's been getting better, and look last year. He had the best receiving yards of his career with Desmond Ridder and Marcus Mariota.
Right, but at the same time, not to cut you off, but at the same time, you do got AJ who's the best out of the slants, whereas though and then Devontae Smith he could do cutbacks. So where would Brian Johnson game plan?
He wasn't running slants, DB. He wasn't running slants. He was literally running like zone options where people was just sitting like this tight end, the little slots. They were just sitting. They wasn't even running routes across. They was just coming out, sitting, waiting, fighting the zone, and then they coming out the field. He did a lot of that at Florida, a lot of it with the running backs and the slot receivers. He liked those running backs and slot receivers.
But you also got to take consideration of what comfortability that Jalen Hurts got with guys too. You got to take that too. Now, if he's not comfortable with Alameda, then
yeah, it can happen. You got to play a few factors in, but. I don't see Oz being a problem though. I see him being more of a solution because last year, Zach Pascal who wasn't a receiving threat like that at all.
But he was good at screens.
Yeah,
and then when he got in the game, and we needed a moment. He gave us the moments. He gave us more moments than the Quez Watkins last season. Let's be honest.
No, I'm not knocking that, but he wasn't a receiving threat when he came on the field. You wasn't like, hey, we gotta shift coverage because Zach Pascal on the field. I want you, if Oz or Quez come into that slot position, you have to now adjust your defense to 2 people that can get open and take the top off of defense immediately.
Right.
So I want to utilize them both to almost an equal amount, to be honest with you. Because they kind of got the same aspect, but Oz is more of a slot, so he do more of the things the slot do, and then Quez is more of an outside guy, so he give you the threat of being more able to separate and get space. on those bigger routes. So I'm kind of 50-50. I want both of them boys to play. But don't forget about Dan Arnold too, man. That tight end spot. He could take a lot of those snaps away from them boys. A lot of that. What is it? Aaron Hernandez and Grunt. A lot of those type of sets with Gronkowski and Dan Arnold. I mean with Goddard and Arnold. I don't know.
Yeah. Trigger.
All right, so with Quez, y'all gotta look at the situation Quez was in. The year before, it was him and Devontae Smith. And he had I ain't gonna say he had a great year, but he had a good year for a number 2 wide receiver.
Yeah.
Now you the fourth option because you remember the year before Goddard was injured and Zach Ertz was playing injured for us. So Quez was really the really legit number 2. So trying to like taking a step back from being a number 2 to number 4, that's a big difference. Mind you, we only targeted Quez 3 to 4 times a game. 3 to 4 times a game. It's like you got to find your role in that offense, and it took him a little minute to find his role. And all the people that screamed, "Oh, they don't like Quez. This he got to go." Quez won like 3 to 4 games for us last year too, and people don't even dig it. That Colts game, he won that Colts game for us. He scored that last touchdown. Well, Jalen scored the last touchdown, but the touchdown that put us actually back in the game, Quez Watkins scored that touchdown.
Quez scored that, yeah.
Yeah, he scored Green Bay game. Remember, we was going back and forth at first. At the end of the half, Quez Watkins caught that pass on the sideline to get us up by 14, and then we never looked back after that. So he did some stuff for us. He didn't have the big numbers and stuff like that. And for me, I was a little bit more disappointed because I felt like with all of the attention that Goddard, Hurts, AJ Brown, all them dudes was gonna be getting, I thought Quez was gonna get off. But the offense really didn't set him up to be one of those kind of players. I mean, y'all remember like a Austin Collie, one of them dudes like that. So it ain't set him up for him to be successful for real. So if you a smart coach, like, all right, you know they're gonna double AJ. You know they're gonna try to double Devontae. Goddard, they're gonna try to double Goddard. Even bringing Swift over, they're gonna have to pay a lot of attention to Swift and Hurts. If you a smart coach, and I think Brian Johnson is a smart coach, I think he's a better mind than Steichen. I feel like Steichen just seen Jalen Hurts and know he can run and stuff like that, and he used that to his ability. But I feel like Brian Johnson gonna open his offense up a little bit more. So,
hey Trey, I got a question for you about the targets. Do you think that was a coaching thing where we couldn't really figure out how to use all the talent we had because of being so new and trying to get accommodated to what we had on the field?
I think it was that, and plus you got 2,000-yard wide receivers. Why not throw the ball to them? Even when Goddard was hurt, Devontae Smith was catching like 8 to 9 passes a game. AJ Brown 8 to 9 passes a game. Bro, it's like, why would you not throw it to them? But if you look and you actually look and break the film down, Quez Watkins was open damn near all the time. All the time he was open. It's just like that. It's like you getting a Ferrari and a Charger, and then you got like a Honda Accord in the middle. It's like, bro, I'm getting in that the Ferrari or that Charger. I'm getting in that. So Jalen like, all right, I know AJ open. I know Devontae open. They always open. Where do Quez fit in that? Where do he fit in that?
Right, because I hear you. Because it's just like playing basketball on the street. Like if somebody miss open shots or they sit up there and give the ball up a couple of times, you're not going to want to pass them the ball. So in the back of Jalen Hurts' mental or what the play call is, they like, no, don't even go that route. Go to AJ because he's a reliable target. Go to Dallas Goddard because whatever option he has going on, we know we could get some positive yards out of there. Or Devontae, if he has a mismatch, we can go that route. They're not going to go after Quez Walker, especially after certain plays that he either took off or he didn't come up with those big catches. That's basically what I got out of it. I did see plays where Quez Watkins was open, but I think that in the back of Jalen Hurts' mind, in the back of the offensive coordinator's mind, which was Shane Steichen at the time, I really believe that wasn't really an option for Quez.
Yeah. So
No,
let's
hold
go
on,
ahead, Trey.
hold on, Cool Cat. All right,
Yep.
so I don't even think it was that. It's just like,
Mm,
all right, it's Devontae, he going off. AJ Brown going off. When Galler on the field, he going off. It's like, all right, even like remember in the Minnesota game, Quez was the one that kicked that whole game off when he threw that deep pass to Quez Watkins. It's like I don't even think it's Jalen not wanting to throw it to him. It's just you train and the play calls is not going to Quez. Every time you hit Quez, it was later. It was later in the play. He looked
mm,
AJ. He looked Devontae. He looked Goddard, and then he like, oh, you know, Jalen Hurts an improviser. Once he
mm-hmm.
improvised, Quez open. All right. Oh shit, I see him. Bang.
Right.
We wasn't calling plays for Quez Watkins. We
Mm,
wasn't calling plays for him. It's like, I mean, why would you though? Miles Sanders going
right.
off. Miles Sanders is 1,000 yard back. You got to get him the
Mm,
ball. And like you said, Smitty, it wasn't enough plays in the playbook for Quez Watkins. It's like, bruh, if Quez Watkins go to another team, he gonna be a dog because his confidence gonna be up. They're gonna use him as the probably first, second, third. They're gonna use him that way because the dude got speed. Maybe his hands not that great. He fumbled a couple times, okay, but you could coach stuff like that. But you
mm,
can't coach speed. This dude is fast. We didn't see Quez Watkins catch a screen pass and hit the end zone in like 2 to 3 seconds. He's
right.
fast, bro. So I feel like this year they're gonna kind of find more of a way to get him the football. He probably not gonna have like 1,700, 800 yards, but he gonna score a couple touchdowns and he gonna break a couple games open for us because he got speed. 9 times out of 10 he's going up against a linebacker or the third corner on somebody's football team. So I mean,
Right.
with that kind of speed, he's a 4-2 guy. With that kind of speed, bro, you got to design plays for dudes like that. You got to get their confidence.
Mm,
Quez Watkins think every time he catch the ball, he got to score because I'm not getting the football like that. I'm not getting the football, so every time I got to score. You see it, the Redskins game, he could have stayed down on the
yep.
ground.
I knew he was about to say
He
that.
could have stayed down on the ground, but like he's like, oh, this is probably my only opportunity. Get up, run, score a touchdown. Everybody love him. Now everybody hates you because you fumbled the football, bro. That's the NFL, bro. That's the
It
NFL.
is.
When you got so many great players on your team, you get overshadowed. But Quez Watkins is a good football player in this league. Like he can be a Deshaun Jackson. He can be that. He can catch. He can catch. He dropped the pass in the Super Bowl. That's a pressure pass, bro. You're not getting them Jones in the season. You're not getting them in the season. And half of
Right.
the time, you don't even know when you getting the football. You know A.J. Brown getting the football. You know Devontae Smith getting the football. Half of the time, you just running. You just out there running routes. You getting passes
Mm,
3 to 4 times a game. I'm a big Quez Watkins fan. I feel like he could be a great asset to this team. We just got to use him right.
mm,
It was a
Yep.
lot of games where we didn't even include him in the offense. To be honest, like
At
it was a
all,
lot of
bro.
games where I seen him with 0 receptions,
right.
Zero.
0 targets. Like I'm like, dang, you know what I'm saying?
It was
What is he
never a game
doing?
when
That
Quez Watkins had over five receptions, bro. It was
he
never a game.
averaged 3. You was dead right. He averaged 3 targets a game.
Mm,
Horrible, bro. That's horrible. But I mean, that's the compliment to your team, though. If one of your best players on that offense only get like 3 to 4 targets a game, that means everybody else eating. I mean, they eating. I mean, it's a slight for Quez Watkins because the the year before you was getting like 5 to 6 targets a game. Now you're only getting 3 to 4. They try to keep sending you on jet sweeps and stuff like that. That's not your game. That's not your game, bro. We just gotta find a way. If we gonna work him out the slot, I feel like me honestly, I feel like we should work Devontae Smith more out the slot. He's a great.
mm,
You giving him and you said you keep Quez outside. You gonna keep defenses honest because of his speed.
Yep. BG, what's up, BG?
Hey, what up, guys?
Bird
Finally
gang.
got
Bird
out of
gang.
got away from the work for a little bit. Hey, salute to all you guys. How y'all doing today? Happy 100 episode to the Birds of Broad Street, baby. Salute to you, Cool Cat, for making it all happen, my guy.
My brother, go ahead and talk about it before we let you talk about Quest. Go ahead and talk about it.
It's been a great show, man. Like, it's probably my funnest show I do. Out of all the shows I do, like I love hanging out with you guys, talking birds with you guys. We all got our own opinions. It's a show you can kind of act a little crazy on. You get a little loose on the show. So I like that aspect of it. A lot of the other shows you kind of be a little bit more serious with it. But with this show, every Monday it just feels like a loose spot where you can come out debate with your brothers about your favorite football team. And act a little crazy with it. So I love it, man. Yeah, I hope we go 200 more shows. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna keep this thing rocking, and it's gonna get better and better.
Yeah, go ahead. We talking about the training camp battles. Uh, Quez Watkins versus the up and coming wide receiver. So go ahead.
And Quest is a lot of put on our back.
BD, look like you're going in and out.
Huh?
There you go. It looked like he was
Going
going
in
in
and
and
out.
out.
Oh, you still got everybody's gonna have to try to figure out how they're gonna stop Devontae and AJ and Goddard still this year. I think Quest had some nice opportunities. Like he had a down year last year in terms of, like he had 10 less receptions, probably like 400 less yards, but he did have 2 extra touchdowns as he did the first 2 years. And he dropped a couple. He could have had a couple more that he did drop. And I just really feel like he came out mature, said he was having mental blocks. He's out there working hard and he's out to prove. Plus, it's a contract year, and I think he's going to lock down that third uh, receiver spot, and he can have a really big year. Think about it when Amari Cooper went over to Dallas, right? And they had CD and Amari. Who was that 1,000-yard receiver? It was what's the third receiver name? The boy that broke his leg. Um, what that boy name is again? On the Cowgirls that broke his leg. The third,
Tony Pollard,
no, the third receiver.
Gallup.
Gallup, yeah, you remember the Gallup came in. He had 1,000 yards because he had to lock down the top two. I think it could be one of those type seasons for Quest if he takes advantage of his opportunities early. Let Jalen Hurts get trust in him because he's like the Deshaun Jackson on our team. He's the type of cat. You could give him 3-4 balls in the game. He can have 70 to 100 yards, and a couple of touchdowns. Like he's that guy on the team that can do it. He just got to go out there and do it. So I really feel like Quest is gonna lock down the position. It's going to be a big year for Quest Walker in his contract year, and he's going to get paid. Like, it might be a situation like Miles Sanders where he has such a big year that we might not pay him next year, but he's going to get paid from somebody.
Yeah. So the next person I want to talk about is Kavon Wallace because we haven't been hearing from him lately. So what do you expect from Kavon Wallace? Because I think isn't it contract year for him?
No, he got one more.
I
I
believe
think
so.
one more.
Yes.
You got one more?
4. This is third year. He going into his third season.
Yeah, going to his third season, King DV. What you want to see from him?
Play on the field like you want it. Do not sit up there and cause plays to develop for the opposing team. Be able to know that okay, you in your third year. These we got a whole bunch of new guys that can actually outbeat you for a lot of positions or a lot of time. You got to be Kayvon Wallace that we thought you was going to be coming out, man. I'm just tired every time Kayvon Wallace get in the game. I'm sighing. What am I signing for? Because I already know what's about to happen. Quarterbacks know. Okay, we're going to attack that. And you got to be up for the challenge, man. The only time that I believe that was Kayvon Wallace that got the interception against the Saints because I was there. But besides that, like he needs to, when he got the time, go on the field and perform, and don't be like, oh man, here we go, here it go again, man. They're going to switch, and they're going to get on Kayvon. They're going to put one of their best guys on Kayvon, and he's going to get beat. And then it's either going to be a long first down or it's going to be a score. And that's basically what it was. Was it Kayvon Wallace back there on the big infamous Cowgirls play with T.Y. Hilton? Wasn't that him?
I think so.
No. The T.Y. hit. No, that's Josiah Scott and Darius Slay.
That's who it was. That was Josiah Scott. But yeah,
Just as
I really
bad though.
believe that,
Just as bad though.
yeah, we were calling him Kayvon, a mini B dog, and that's saying a lot because that's my favorite Eagle. And I'm just disappointed in his play, and I think that he needs to come out and look at this as not a career year, but more so that, hey, I belong here, and play like that every single time he get a snap, even if it's just special teams.
Yep. Smitty?
Coming from a person that was really high on Kavon Wallace, like I'm at the end of the road where, like, if he don't show me something this year, I'm kind of done. You know what I'm saying? I'm at the last rope, man. You know, the rope done untwined. They done took the razor blade and cut everything but one thread. I'm kind of at that point. Like, every time we get on the field, just like King DB said, I hold my breath, bro. I get scared. I be like, oh, please don't go and attack him, please. Like, I be scared. Like, I just need Kavon Wallace to lock in, play his game, and really show us what we seen coming out of college, man. Because when you was coming out of Clemson, I was so hyped. I was like, oh, Kavon Wallace finna come lock down the safety room. Him and Malcolm Jenkins, like, finna be locked. And then he just hasn't showed me anything. Like, I need you to show me more than the ability to be burnt. I mean, anybody can go out there and put chicken on the grill and leave it and burn it up. I need him to be better than that. I need him to show me something. I'm just ready to see if he really want this or if he just here for the the $200,000 he make a year.
Yep. BG?
I'm done with Tom Wallace. I think he brought some in, Edmund, Blank.
You breaking up, bro. You breaking up, bro.
We brought some safeties in, Edmonds, Blankenship, Brown. I'm kind of like, he had his time. He had the hype around him, to do his thing. And if he ain't done it yet, I don't really expect him to do it. So I don't see him playing too much this year. If he does, good. If not, then it is what it is. But I'm done with that. There's a couple players.
Your joint breaking up, BG.
I said there's a couple players on this roster that I'm just kind of done with. It is what it is. Let it be. If someone gets hurt, hopefully he steps in and does his job. If he doesn't play, he doesn't play. It is what it is.
Yep. Trigger?
I don't even think y'all peep. Kayvon Wallace had a solid year last year. He had a
You
solid.
breaking up too, bro?
I'm breaking up too.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can hear me now?
We can hear you a little bit, but go ahead, Trey.
Kayvon Wallace had a good season last year. He stepped in as that third safety. And I feel like he played well. Like he broke up a couple passes. Some people take a little bit longer to like flourish in this game than other people, man. And the way it's set up now, everybody got this just break out from the rip. So I feel like Kayvon Wallace, he getting better every year. He's doing great on special teams. Maybe he can take that next step this year, and that's only if he want to. But he's definitely a great third safety. And for me, it's like you do what we need you to do. We need you to come in. You got to cover slot corners. You got to cover tight ends. You got to do that to perfection. You don't got to be a dog in this league. You just got to do your job and do it. At a high level. So, that's how I feel about Kayvon Wallace.
Yep. I love this question. Kavon Wallace is done. It's Sidney Brown's time. So I'll ask y'all this: Kavon Wallace or Sidney Brown? Go ahead, King.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's Sidney Brown time, man. Like D. Aldridge said, man. Shout out to you, bro. But yeah, it's Sidney Brown time, man. Sidney Brown wants it more. He's hungry right now. He wants to play. We didn't draft him third for no reason. We want to see these guys get on the field, man. We're hype about him. Yeah, Reed Blankenship had a good season last season, man. I think Terrell Edmonds and Sidney Brown actually complement each other more because he's more athletic than Reed Blankenship. But Reed Blankenship, he came in and he was hungry last year, and he's still willing to learn from the vets like Slay and Bradbury. So with that being said, that's the battle I'm looking for. In the safety position. Reed Blankenship versus Sidney Brown. Is he going to allow a rookie come in and take his snaps? I want to see that this training camp as well.
Yep, Smitty.
I'm high on Sidney Brown, man. So I'm going Sidney. You know what I'm saying? I think Sidney brings something that I've never seen Kavon even show me yet. And you know what I'm saying? I didn't really hear a lot of good things about Kavon Wallace coming into camps. I didn't never hear a lot of good coming out of camps. Like, I really just was waiting to see what he could put on the field. And I'm really high on Sidney Brown and his upside. Like, his upside to me is higher than where you would have a Kavon Wallace due to what Kavon Wallace has already failed to show you over the past 2 years, going into the third year. We haven't really put him in on the field for no significant minutes at the moment. So I'm at the point where I'm like, it's time to let the young guy step in, 20, 21 years old, and let him get the best he can, man.
Yeah, before we go to BG, I like Amanda Walker. Y'all got to get these likes up, man. Come on now. The 100th episode of Birds of Bar Street. Come on now, let's get these likes up. Let's get these subscriptions up. My birthday's on Wednesday. Can y'all help your boy out? My
Happy
birthday's
birthday.
on Wednesday. Yeah, my birthday's on Wednesday. I'm going to the pro shop to get some Jalen freaking her swag. I'll be doing a live stream up there. Come on, man. Help your boy out on my birthday. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Like, subscribe, and comment. It's the 100th episode of the Birds of Broad Street. Every Monday night on BIRDGANG Nation Sports Media. Moan, Notion, Trigger, BG, King DV, Smitty, yo boy, the Avengers, with me as Nick Fury. Help your boy out. Help us out. I like that, King DV. I swear to God, I love that. I love that, by the way. Help your boy out, man. But go ahead, BG.
Hey, I like Sidney Brown. I like the energy he's bringing. I like the fact that, whenever you're seeing clips of the guy, he's out there putting in that work. He's looking good putting in that work. So I want to see what the boy can do. People are comparing him to like a Brian Dawkins type cat. We'll see what happens when the pads come on in training camp. But as of right now, the hype looks real. It looks like
it's like an Asian movie, bro.
I still see.
You sound like an Asian movie.
An Asian movie. Your mouth is moving, but.
Oh, Samir. What's up, Samir? Before we let BG go. What's up, Samir? Go ahead, BG.
Hold on, I'm trying to come back in and see my audio.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
There you go. There you go.
He left already, man.
Go ahead, Trigger.
What was the question?
Sidney Brown, Reed Blankenship, you could add him, and Kavon Wallace in the safety position.
All right, so like I said earlier, I feel like I want to see Sidney Brown on the field, bro. I don't want to see him have a red shirt year. Blankenship. Oh, I feel like Blankenship did a great job last year stepping in and doing what he was supposed to do, man. Even in that 49ers game, dude was all over the field. He was all over the field. That's a hard battle because I didn't see a lot out of any of those dudes. So it's like, the most I seen was out of Blankenship, and I seen him pick Aaron Rodgers off, one of the goats. I seen him killing in that 49ers game, but that don't really travel from year to year. So it's all about training camp right now. It's all about the training camp battles, and whoever went out, the best man win. And if it's Kavon Wallace, if it's Blankenship, if it's Sidney Brown, I'm fine with it. It's like you couldn't beat a dude out. That's football, though. We all play football. You all know it's competition. If you played running back, it was a million running backs there, and you had to beat those dudes out. You played wide receiver, you had to beat those dudes out. It's like, football all about competition. So whoever win it, that's who's gonna be on the field. I feel like we got enough around on our defense that we can kind of band-aid that safety position, and we got two studs, but we got three studs at the cornerback position. So all you really got to do is be in the right place. You got to be in the place you're supposed to be. You're going to make plays, just like Gardner Johnson said last year. They made my job easy. They covered their dudes for the most part. All I had to do was just be around the football. That's safety. That's being a safety, bro. It's like, I mean, y'all dudes play this position y'all whole life. Y'all should
Mhm.
know how to take a 5, 6 step drop. Y'all should know how to read the quarterback eyes. Y'all should know all this stuff by now. So, I mean, y'all grown, y'all in the NFL, y'all professionals. So, whoever win the job, I'm fine with it. As long as they
Mhm.
producing out there on the field, I mean, may the best man win.
Yep. Go ahead, BG. You were saying?
Yeah, he basically said what I was talking about. Like he got to, he got to go out there and he got to win the job. When the pass come on, he's been hyped up. He's been doing everything he needs to do. And like also was says like our safety spot when you got three good cornerbacks like that, it makes your job a lot easier, especially with the pass rush we have. We got some pass rushing linebackers that's going to be put into action this year. That probably wasn't going to be a little bit better than last year, I believe. In terms of getting pressure on the quarterback from up the middle and whatnot, like a D, he's like one of the best, blitzing linebackers coming out of college. So, it's all you gotta do is be in the right place, like Trey said, be in the right place at the right time. You know, our defense, everybody makes everybody's job easier just by having so much talent on the defense. Everybody's job's gonna be easier. All they have to do is go out there and do what they, practice to do every week. You know what I'm saying? And all the defense coordinators have to do is keep scheming up some good plays for them. So, like I said, the safety position, I think it's gonna be Blankenship and Edmonds. And if Sidney Brown comes up and wins a spot, then hey, he deserves it. And it is what it is, and we'll see what happens. If not, I still think he'd be the third safety coming in. When you want to go three safeties, we played a couple sets last year with three safeties. So that's the case too, then he come in and make his pay there. So I'm looking for him to have a normal rookie year. Like we have players in line to start. If he can, break that barrier and pop on through, then hey, more power to him.
Yep. And finally, before we wrap up and give our final thoughts, let's go ahead and talk to Georgia Bulldogs. Which dog will step up this season? Will it be Mr. Carter? Will it be Nolan Smith? Will it be Jordan Davis, N'Kobe Dean, and Ringo? King V?
I'm gonna say N'Kobe Dean. I'm gonna say N'Kobe Dean is gonna step up because he already know that the pressure is on him now. In OTAs he did have that green dot, and he's going to be one of those guys that we're looking at. Because he was supposed to go high in his draft, and he dropped down to us. You know, a lot of people are against his size. I want to see. I seen a glimpse when we played the Titans. I think that he really needs to, you know, show really what he could do, especially with the other Georgia Bulldogs on the squad. He has to be able to lead them and play off of them as well. Um, N'Kobe Dean, I think he's going to have a great year. He's going to have um, probably like 90 tackles. Like I really think he's going to come out trying to hit. He's going to try to hit and tackle. He's going to try to stop running plays. He can close out in the backfield of opposing teams. I really think I got high hopes for him. I think he's going to show out and prove that everybody was wrong on him for passing up on him.
Yep. Smitty?
I'm going with the big gigantor dude we got standing in that middle, man, by Jordan Davis, man. I think he really finna come into the fold. I think last year the only reason he didn't get a chance to really circle back into that fold after the injury is because we brought in guys, and now the rotation is kind of smooth. You kind of don't want to knock it off by taking too many snaps from this guy, taking too many. So we kind of evened it out. I think this year, bro, is gonna be one of those years where he's really gonna you know, when boats got in the middle of the sea, they drop an anchor. He's our anchor in the middle of that line. He's gonna orchestrate everything around him. He gonna make N'Kobe Dean better. He gonna make Jalen Carter better, Nolan Smith better. I think Hassan Reddick might even get more sacks due to what Jordan Davis is about to do. I really think he's finna wreak havoc, man. And I think he's gonna be the guy to come out of Georgia that really give us, because I've been looking at a little bit of like things he was messing up on last year. It was small things like going a little bit too far in, you know what I'm saying, committing a little bit too far into your defender. Those are things you learn by repetition. Keeping that arm out, stretching the dude out just so you can play the run is something you got to learn mentally, because that's something you don't do in college. You just run dudes over in college because he was a man amongst boys. he learning stuff like that, he gonna start getting that perfected. And I think this year here he gonna have those tools, man, to really go in there and fix us up with something nice.
Yep. Bird Gang.
Hey, I agree. He took my answer. You already know I've been on a Jordan Davis. Baby. I retweet about him. Even like seeing that video I posted, that the Eagles posted with them cooking and stuff, seeing how big he is compared to like a Jalen Carter. Like, how can you see that and not even think this guy right here is about to be dominated? I really feel like he's going to change the whole defensive, like who's the best defensive tackle in the game type. He's going to be a one-on-one player because of his athleticism, his strength. I think he's gonna go out there and he's gonna be a beast. He's gonna be a problem. Like his floor is getting double and triple teamed every play. Because there's just not that many people his size that play football. And his ceiling to be like one of the best DTs out there. Up the middle. I don't think he's gonna just be a run stuff. I think he's gonna get his ceiling could be even double digits. He got to go out there and put it on the football field, but like I said,
You said 9 sacks?
I said up to double digits. Any up to double digits. I think he can do it. If Hargraves can do it, I think Jordan Davis can do it. He's bigger. He's more athletic than Hargrave was. And I know he wasn't asked about doing that in college, but he went to one of the best. He was on one of the best defenses ever. He was asked to do one thing, and that's what he did. And he did it at a high level. But that's the reason why he was like 360 pounds. He didn't really have too many other responsibilities. He's in the pros now. He got to learn from guys like Sue, Fletch, Hargrave, Linval Joseph, some of the best that played at the position. And he talked about that. He understands the pressure that's on him this year to be a game changing DT. And I think him knowing that it's gonna be he's gonna wake up, he's gonna open a lot of people's eyes this year when he come out there and he dominate the way he do. So I'm excited for him and I can't wait till he go out there and do it. But I do think out of all the Georgia boys this year, it's probably gonna be Jordan Davis that makes the biggest impact on this defense.
Yep. Trigger.
Y'all can hear me, right?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right. I think it's gonna be Nolan, to be honest. Like, I mean, even with him, us having like a plethora of like pass rushers and stuff like that, I think it's gonna be Nolan because we're gonna beat on so many offensive linemen that when he coming in fresh. I feel like Nolan gonna have. I'm gonna give him 6 to 8 sacks a year. He gonna have a million pressures, and just based off the fact that Derek Barnett coming back, BG, he gonna do his thing. Jalen Carter up there in the middle and stuff like that. I think Nolan gonna be the X factor this year, cause he give me a Son Reddick type vibe, bro. He quick off the edge. He can bend. He's not that big, so it's not gonna be that hard for him to get under them big offensive linemen. I think Nolan gonna be the X factor this year. He gonna have the best season out of those Georgias. And I could have went Jordan Davis or Jalen Carter, but it's like y'all gonna be lining it up this year. Nolan don't got nothing but all they gonna do third down long, second down long, come in there, rush the pass, bro. That's all you gotta do. Rush the pass. And then Hassan Reddick gonna be killing so many dudes from the other side. It's gonna be like it don't matter about left tackle or right tackle no more. Cause Hassan Reddick line up on the right side. So it don't matter about left tackle. If you don't got a Lane Johnson on that field, you're gonna have a long day, bro. If you don't got a
Exactly.
Lane Johnson or one of them dudes on that field, you're gonna have a long day. Everything gonna have to be quick passes, running the football, stuff like that, because we're gonna be sending them horses at y'all. Even Fletch.
Mm-hmm.
Fletch had a great season last year for him to be the age he is. We got too
Mm-hmm.
many pass rushers. Milton Williams. We got too many pass rushers for y'all to block everybody one-on-one. Y'all gonna have to double team dudes, and people gonna be getting their ass kicked one-on-one. So,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's gonna be nasty, and I feel like Nolan gonna have a great year, even though he's not gonna play. I give him 50 to 55% of the snaps, and he's gonna eat on damn near all of those snaps because you don't know where he gonna line up. You don't know what he about to do because he could drop back in coverage too. The dude running the
Mm-hmm.
like a 4-4-4-4-3, bro. You could use this man. He could be your X factor. He could be the Brian Dawkins to this defense. So I mean, I'm going with Nolan. I'm going with Nolan on this one.
And
Yep. What up, Prince?
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
too. And I love Nolan Smith too at the same time. And I just feel like You look at defense, what they're going to be doing this whole offseason. What did we do? We had all those sacks from the outside. So now when they come to play us this year, they're going to be, so how are we going to stop the outsides? So that's going to leave a lot of one-on-ones in that middle. And that's the reason why I think Jordan Davis is about to eat him crazy. And people are going to underestimate him. Us as fans, a lot of fans underestimate what he's going to do. But we think of him as being a, run stuff in DT. And I think his athleticism is going to really help bring it, because you got to, like you said, you got Hassan Reddick, who had 16 sacks and want more. You got Sweat on the outside that's had 11 sacks. You got BG had 11 sacks. Well, your main focus is going to be on the outside. And then even when you put Jalen Carter, you know what kind of beast Jalen Carter is in there at the defensive tackle, and they're going to put the pressure on him. I think it's really sleep on Jordan Davis, and that's what's going to make him happy.
Yeah.
If they give Big Boy one-on-ones, it ain't gonna last long. I say 2 or 3 plays after he run one of them centers of them guards off, they're gonna be switching that out.
The part that get me about Jordan Davis is he big, he athletic, but how you big and athletic but you're not a pass rusher? That's the only thing that killed me about Jordan Davis. Like you could be a dog in the pass rushing thing if you really like focus on. I know you're a run stopper, you plug up the hole, stuff like that, but bro, you really can dominate dudes up front if you get a little bit low.
He needs some pass rush moves though, rather than just a bull rush.
Play slow.
He learned for some race too. And we label him that because of what he did in college. He hasn't played enough in the pros to really say what he's going to do in the pros. We label that because that's all he was asked. He was asked for that because he had all those 5-star players.
He's not no pass rusher in this league. He played enough.
He got some sacks there.
Who they saying not a pass rusher?
Davis.
Jordan Davis.
I highly doubt that, bro. I see totally different. I see him miss a lot of those fundamental things where he could have got sacks this year. When he was right there, he over pursue. He too far in. The quarterback go to the left. He missed by a fingertip. Like he had. If y'all say he's not a pass rusher, he almost saved the Super Bowl if he get that sack. If he sacked Patrick Mahomes, we Super Bowl 57 champs right now.
But you gonna get that though. But he's not a pass rusher, bro. Like
I think he can be.
But realistically, how many sacks a season is he gonna get? Like 5?
I got him. No, I got him somewhere between 6 and 8 a year. If he can start getting those. But you got to think. Look, I don't know if you watch tape, Prince. If you go watch his tape, a lot of times he was getting sucked into the block. He too close. Yeah. You can't maneuver and get to the quarterback when you got the man. He up under your chest. He got your heart, your ribs, your arm, your underpits. He got everything. Yeah. You got to learn how to get people off of you and get loose.
Why they up under his chest though? Because he's too high, right?
Yeah, he not. That's what I'm saying. He got to change his technique. He got to get some more fundamental.
His technique is not pass rushing technique, bro.
But he never did pass rush though. He never pass rushed before. If you look at his high school tape, he was just a mauler.
That's what I'm saying. He can grow into that, but he's not a pass rusher at this point.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He's not.
I always envision him being like a Derrick Brown. Like a Derrick Brown is not. You don't get a Derrick Brown to be your primary pass rusher, but you do get a Derrick Brown in order to collapse the pocket. You get him to control his block and control the middle of the line, right? So I think he can be that, and then you have Jalen Carter on the other side of him to where you can't double team either of them. Because if you double team either of them, your line is dead for, especially since the other pass rushers that we have.
Do y'all remember what Javon Hargrave was when we picked him up from the Steelers?
Hargrave?
Yeah, he was a horrible pass rusher, wasn't he? Bottom of the league. We picked him up because we had a horrible run stop defensive line. We picked Javon Hargrave up because we was giving up 120 yards at the middle of our defensive line, and Javon Hargrave turned into a pass rusher.
And at the end of the day, around him that's giving him the opportunity to be this. If he was on a normal defensive line where he had to be the number one guy, yes, he probably wouldn't, because he's going to get double or triple team all day long. But with the talent around him, the other DTs, the defensive ends, the linebackers coming off them edges, you're going to have no choice this guy one-on-one. You're going to have no choice. Or if you don't, like you said, Reddick's gonna have 20 sacks. You know, Sweat's gonna have
Mm-hmm.
15. Because Sweat's getting better every single year too. People are sleeping on Sweat. Sweat's
Yeah,
got
Yeah.
better
sweat
every
coming.
single
Sweat
year that
coming.
he's on our team, and he's gonna
Sweat
continue.
coming.
So you're gonna either sleep on those guys and double team a Jordan Davis, or you're gonna leave him 1-on-1. He's gonna eat up centers. There's not no centers that's gonna be able to stop him. It's like Warren Sapp in his prime, you know, when he was on that Tampa Bay team, they had all them studs on that defense, and Warren Sapp was just eating in the middle. I see that type of, you know, characteristic from Jordan Davis. Plus, he's gotten smaller but bigger at the same time. He got smaller to 330, but it's 330 of rip now. He looks like swole
Yeah.
Batman now, that defensive line. And he's the only guy that makes that guy look small, or even compared to that guy is Mailata, and Mailata is 6'8", you know, 360 pounds, and they look kind of the same size. So, and he looks way more ripped than Mailata right now. So, you know what I'm saying? I just think
I'm
that
just saying it's
he
rare.
learned that
It's
red shirt
rare for a dude.
in
It's
that.
rare for a dude to go through his whole football career and then turn into a pass rusher, bro. That's all I'm saying. If you got it, you got it. Aaron Donald was a pass rusher in high school. He was a
Mm-hmm.
pass rusher in college. He pass rusher in the NFL. Fletch, high school, college, bro. It's rare. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's rare for a dude to just change into that. He's gonna be
But
a
it's
great run stopper. He's gonna be a great run stopper. He's gonna be a great hug, a plugger. He's gonna be a great. He can chase a play down, but that pass
Mm-hmm.
rushing thing that take a whole different beast, bro. That take a
but
whole
he was
different beast to just
Hold on,
transform
let's
into
get
that.
Stu after Trigger. Let's ask matter of fact, what's up, Stu?
What's good, fellas? How y'all doing? Happy 100th episode of Birds Abroad. Glad to
Up
come
to
aboard. How y'all doing tonight?
Doing
great.
good, thanks, man. Go
good.
ahead. Before we get to anything, go ahead. Your favorite memory on the show.
My favorite memory on the show, I ain't gonna lie. If I was actually in it, it was when Cole's Cowboy and Boss came in. And literally, I don't know why they thought it was a good idea to come in here that first time. And I don't know why they thought they was gonna get away with the garbage that they was talking. And the funny thing about that night was most of that night, if you notice, every time Simone said something to him, they both got quiet. It was crickets. I ain't hear nothing from neither one of them. I was like, damn, what happened, y'all? So that was definitely the favorite memory. With every time she said something to him, it was just like, nah, you ain't hear nothing from him. It was crickets.
Yep. So salute to you two for always coming on the show, man. So go ahead, get into this.
I'm I look at it like this. I want people to look at, especially when it comes to that defensive tackle position. Jordan Davis has never been a pass rushing dude. He never was. That was never his deal. He's a guy. He's but you put in that vein of a Haloti Nada or a Vita Vea. He eat bodies up. Last year, if you notice, when he was in the game, whether it was a run play or a pass play, they had to start putting at least 2 to 3 guys on him. That's why Hassan Reddick and Josh Sweat was getting one-on-one consistently. That's why BG was able to get off. Hargrave was actually able to get off when he was in there a little more. Hargrave actually had to figure out a new way once he went out. So Jordan Davis is never going to be that pass rush type dude. So anybody who's expect that from him, that's just not his thing. But I guarantee you, this is how he helps your pass rush, where he don't have to be on third down. If you get the third down and it's 3rd and 7 or longer, he's helped your pass rush.
Yep.
Period, point blank. I don't see
Like,
how
I
you
get
can
it,
get mad at that.
and I get it. Like I said, I feel like that's just his floor. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he can develop into the like be redshirted behind, you know, great players like that and have all the talent that I don't think there's, you know, that big of a deal. Like if he was still 360 like he was in high school and college, yeah, you know, he was just an athletic 360-pound guy that didn't get asked to do anything but plug holes. Like he said, like, but now he's actually able to do more and hold his weight in an NFL job. You know, and I think that he took that seriously. He learned a lot from those guys that are great pass rushers and do get sacks, like Lynn Ball, Joseph, like Fletcher Cox, like a Hargrave, like a Sue. You know what I'm saying? He's bigger than Sue. So it's like to learn from the best, and to have the best talent around you. This guy's wonderful.
Hey Stu, would you say Warren Sapp was a traditional pass rusher?
No, he was. Warren Sapp. Warren Sapp is one of those dudes. He was just different. You have some people that you got to think in every position. You got guys that are traditional, this not hybrid. Warren Sapp, if you told him, hey, the run coming from run going to the opposite is going to go away from you, and Warren Sapp knew it, Warren Sapp was still going to get to that run. You're still going to get the ball carried behind the line. He could stuff the run, and he could rush the passer. That was just something
you would say Warren Sapp was a power pass rusher, right?
Yes.
So do you think a guy at 6'6", 330, 320, whatever he had now, you don't think he could become that? Because I remember Warren Sapp only having 2 sacks his rookie year.
No, I'm not saying Jordan Davis can't. I'm just saying that's never been his game. Now
because at Miami, Warren Sapp wasn't a prolific pass rusher. He was only averaging like 4.5 sacks.
I'm not saying that, I'm saying Jordan Davis can't be that pass rush dude. I'm just saying that's never been his thing. But I'm telling you, like, if I'm judging from what I've seen, how big he was last year, and what I see from how he's came down a little bit, if his conditioning is up to par too, I can see him being that dude.
When I watch Warren Sapp, what I see is more of a manipulation of gaps. Okay, you taking an extra blocker this way, I'm gonna go right where that extra block is supposed to be. I'm gonna beat the one-on-one before you can get the double team on me.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying about Jordan Davis. Getting off the block. Stop getting sucked into these big guards, these big centers, letting them put their hands in. They got their elbows locked. You can't move once he got control. I need you to learn how to get hands off you. That's what you practice every day.
He can't move him like that unless he can get up underneath him. And I don't think he can get down that low to be getting up under them boys.
You gotta get off faster. Before he can get up, you gotta go ahead and push him over.
Or you do like you did this year, and you lose all that weight and gain all that muscle, and you just be out physical these guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a big deal to lose 30 pounds and come out that rip. Like, it's a huge situation. Like, people got really.
Bro, you could lose 30 pounds, but that still don't make you a pass rusher, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
No, I didn't say that.
I'm not saying that does. I'm saying that
30, you can lose 50,
there.
you can use.
No, Trey, you right.
It'll still don't make you a pass
Trey,
rusher.
you right. I'm just thinking of like this. If he's quick and the Trey right, though, just because you lose that weight and whatever, and you know what I'm saying, you slim down a little bit, you still got to work on your technique. Like, if he can be a guy that can get off the ball quickly, if he can get off the snap quick enough and get into the defender quickly and give him that shock power to knock him off balance a little bit and convert that to like some little quick swim move or speed move to get off of him or get around him or move or some quick shot move and toss, then okay, yeah, that could work for him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's his thing. He can't get too deep into these offensive linemen and letting them boys actually get a hold of his pads and get a hold of him.
And I don't think he's fast enough to be like just splitting gaps like that. I think Jalen Carter has the quickness to do that. I don't think Davis is as fast as him.
No, Jordan Davis' first step is crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Not as much as Jalen Carter. Not Jalen Carter.
Yes, I watched him next to Jalen Carter whoop him a few times at Georgia. A few times. Where Jalen Carter is having the leftover double team.
We saying that he's a gap, basically like a gap stopper or whatever, but now we're saying that he's quickness.
No. He is quick. But he doesn't have to use the quickness though. When you got a Jalen Carter, you just kind of sacrifice. You're like, okay, well look, Jalen Carter he's gonna have more endurance getting to the quarterback than I am. I probably got 6 steps to get my sack before I run out of juice. My top juice. So why not take the double team and let the guy that has the endurance, who has the moves to get to the quarterback, go get him? That's just that's a scheme though.
And you got to think
Give me a
about it like
scheme.
the last time he played next to Jalen Carter, he also had Nolan Smith on the other side of that and Trayvon Walker on the other side of that. Kobe Dean behind him. All he had to do was eat up space and
What's the
body.
fan?
That's what I'm. So, all right, perfect, right there. All the talent he has around him right now, he's not gonna do nothing different.
That's not
But y'all
necessarily
projecting him to be a pass rusher, though.
The biggest part you got to look at, though, is he
That's
wasn't
it. You got to
asking
look at it. If
stuff.
we go 5-man front and him in the middle,
Yeah.
then what? Because then what they gonna do?
I mean, you
They
can't
ain't
double
got
team
no
nobody. Yeah.
He gonna get to somebody. He gonna get close. If he don't get him, he right there. He gonna have that center back in the quarterback lap.
Wait. So who do y'all think? Who do y'all think is going to be on that? Let's say we have a 5-man front. When do you think who's going to be in that 5-man front? Like our starters.
DB, you want to go first?
No, go ahead, Smitty. You first, then we'll go King because I didn't hear from him yet. So
Yeah,
go ahead.
That's what I was going to say. King DB first.
Yeah, go ahead, King.
You
Sorry about King.
No, you go, Smitty.
All right. So hold on. Wait. Before we do the 5-man front, is Hassan Reddick considered a DN in this situation, or is he a linebacker?
Well, usually in our 5-man front, he's on the end as a.
I'm asking the man that asked the question.
He's probably going to be kneeled over, but still standing up. So I would say pass rusher.
Okay, so I'm taking Hassan Reddick. I'm taking BG. I'm taking
On the other side.
BG it's 5. So I can use 2. I can use 3 pass rushers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going Josh Sweat and Hassan Reddick on the end. Let's put it that way. I'm going BG next to Sweat. I'm going Fletch, Jordan Davis, just like that.
Okay.
See me, I got one different.
Fletch is my better pass rusher right now than Jalen Carter, from what I know. I would take now if you wanna take it and project, I would put Jalen Carter in the spot of Fletcher Cox.
That's what I would do too.
From what I know, who can go get the passer? I'm taking Fletch.
I got everybody that Smitty said, except for Fletch. I think Fletch needs to be in the rotational piece, just like BG was a year ago. I think that's what needs to happen. I think Jalen Carter needs to play. You know, he needs to be focused on football. He don't need to be, lacking snaps. We need to see what this guy's going to do. You know, at the end of the day, he did fall down to us at 9, and I think that we need to see if he got that chip on his shoulder. And I think he would play well with a Jordan Davis. So why not put him in with Jordan Davis from the start?
Yeah. Still.
All right. Since I already know that Reddick's an end, what's the down and distance? We starting at 1st and 10?
Nah. Let's say second and long.
Second and long.
2nd and 14.
2nd and 14. Okay. We'll do it this way. All right. In the middle, right over the center, I got Jordan Davis.
Go.
I got Jalen Carter.
Mm-hmm.
And I got I'm going to go with BG. Hassan Reddick on one end, Nolan Smith on the other.
Oh, wow. Over Sweat?
He coming. Hey, listen, hold on now. Listen, you got to think. It's two people in that middle that can eat up double teams. He is a smart man. If just so happen you double team Jalen Carter or Jordan Davis, Nolan Smith and Hassan Reddick could be free rushers, and they both like 4.3, 4.4 speed.
And you still you still got BG working in the inside on one of them guards too.
That could be ugly.
Yeah, BG. Trigger.
You.
Yeah, go ahead.
5-man front, 2nd and 14.
2nd and 14. What?
That's the
Five
down
man,
and distance.
5 man front. You're down. You're five front, 5 man front on the 2nd and 14.
2nd and 14. My 5-man front.
Hmm.
Woo! I'm putting BG at D tackle from the rip. BG
What?
at D
All right.
tackle from the rip, bro. Y'all saw what my man did in the Super Bowl. Y'all saw what he did in the Super Bowl. He
Yeah, yep.
demolished guards. He demolished tackles. That boy just a pass rusher. So I'm taking Fletch, BG, my 2 veterans, D tackle,
Mm.
bang bang. Josh Sweat outside, 5-man front. Josh Sweat outside.
Damn, this is hard.
Hassan Reddick on the edge, and I'm taking Nolan. I'm putting Nolan on the other edge, outside of Josh Sweat. I mean, outside of Josh Sweat. So look, you got Nolan on the outside. You got Hassan Reddick on the outside. You got Josh Sweat lined up on a tackle or a guard, bro. 2nd down and 14. That's about to be second down. I mean, 3rd down and fucking 30, bro. I apologize for cursing, but that's about to be 3rd down and 30, bro. Because you're not gonna be able to block all them dudes at one time. You
Y'all
can't
know what's
double
good
team,
about our 5-man front? Everybody that's named a 5-man front got 2 pass rushers at least on one side.
bro. It's gonna
Mhm.
get so nasty, and I don't care about our schedule. If Deshaun really the boy that I think he is, and he did great over there in Seattle and all that, if he really the boy I think he is, he gonna play the matchup game. It's not 5. I don't care. I don't care what team you pick in the NFL. It's not 5 guys that could block the dudes that we got. It's not
Yeah.
5 guys. They probably got 1 or 2, but it's not 5 guys that could block the dudes we got. So
So, Trey, you
I'm,
right. You
it's
right.
not, bro. It's not. It's not because you're gonna have to block Fletch. You're gonna have to block Jalen Carter. You're gonna have to block Josh Sweat. You're gonna have to block Hassan Reddick. You're gonna have to block Nolan Smith. There's not 5 guys that can handle all 5 of those dudes. Even a running back. Even if you pull your running back, they're gonna demolish running backs, bro.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
They're gonna demolish. I wish you would put a running back in front of a Josh Sweat or a Brandon Graham. They're gonna cook them every time.
Personally, fam.
Every time. So that's my lineup right there. I'm taking Jordan Davis off the field because he's not gonna give us nothing in pass rush. I apologize, Big Dig, or whatever y'all talking about, but he's not gonna give us nothing in the pass rush. He's gonna take up holes and stuff like that. He's a great goal line dude and all that. But when we going in pass rush situation, 2nd
Yeah.
down, 12, 3rd down, 12, I'm putting my best pass rushers on the field, and Jordan Davis is not one of them. Even Kobe Dean, I'm bringing Kobe Dean too. He's a great pass rusher. He's
Hmm.
a great passer. He was that in college, so I trust him to be that in the NFL. And me, honestly, I don't trust Kobe Dean just being a straight up middle. We're gonna have to find places for this dude. Outside, pass rusher, stuff like that. But I don't trust him going up against a tackle or a guard play after play. So he's not gonna be my middle. Morrow gonna be my middle. Kobe Dean gonna be the outside linebacker. He's gonna be the outside linebacker. He can run sideline to sideline. He's smart. He could diagnose plays, but I don't trust him going up against guards and tackles every like down in and down out. So he's not gonna be my middle. I apologize, Smitty. I apologize, King DV. I apologize, Cool Cat. I apologize, Bird Gang. I apologize, all y'all. I don't
Gave me
trust Kobe Dean being my middle linebacker down in and down out.
I mean,
Morrow a
gave
little
me
bit
And you
bigger.
and
He
you
a little
and you
bit
just
more
said, hold
athletic.
on, but you just said you want a guy that's smaller than the Kobe Dean to play middle linebacker.
Who, Morrow?
Yes, he's smaller.
He's not smaller than Kobe Dean.
Mm-mm.
What you mean shorter
You mean
or
shorter?
Yes, shorter.
He's not shorter than Kobe Dean, bro.
Yes, and they're listed at the same weight.
Nah.
I was just
But,
looking at it because I'm
but
high on
he looked,
Morrow, and they listed
I
at the
don't know,
same
man.
weight.
Like, to me, I didn't look up the weight, height, and all that, but he looked way bigger than the Kobe Dean on the field.
Hmm.
That's just grown
That's what I
man
thought.
strength. You
He
eventually
looked
get that
way
when you're in
bigger
the
than the
league for a
Kobe
little
Dean
minute,
on the
huh?
field, bro.
That's grown man. He a grown man. He
So,
been in the league, what, 4, 5 years, 5, 6 years?
you know you could call plays, like Kobe Dean smart. You know you can call plays for the outside linebacker. You don't got to
I
be
ain't,
the,
I ain't
the best.
saying that. I just like N'Kobe Dean in the middle. I like him to be able to see the
I
field
don't
from the
like him in
middle.
the middle. Like this one, I don't like him in the middle because me studying film and Smitty, I talk, but I study film a lot. So
Mm.
this is me. Kobe Dean, he did his thing in college. He did his thing because you had Jalen Carter, you had Jordan Davis, you had all of them up front. They was taking up blocks and he could just run freely. But the NFL, these dudes is crafty. They game plan for you now. College, they not game planning for you that much. They're not game planning for you that much. So in the NFL, if Nakobe Dean really cooking like we think he gonna cook, they gonna game plan for this dude. We gotta stop him. Now you putting a big 200, 250, 300, 280
So hold on, Trey. Nicholas Morrow is 5'11", 215. Nakobe Dean is 5'11", 235. You tell me who the bigger man in the middle is.
I didn't know he was that tall. That was like 5'9".
I didn't even know. Yeah, I didn't know he was that tall.
5'11", 235. Nicholas Morrow is 6 foot, 215.
215. Damn, that's small. That's small for a linebacker.
Look bigger on the field than that. I don't know why. Look bigger on the field than Nakobe Dean did.
I actually thought they both were listed at 215, but I guess the Eagles done changed his weight.
This is what I'm trying to figure out with what Trey just said. Trey said that he had Nakobe, he had Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, and all these guys, but they don't game plan for you in college. What, they game planning just for Nakobe Dean in the NFL? What, they forgetting about Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter in them?
That's what I'm talking. We're talking about the Eagles. We're not talking about no dang wrestling. We'll do that next time.
I don't think that's what Trey meant. I think that, we were strictly talking about Nakobe Dean, and I think that, they're going to, just how we did Fred Warner, we basically game planned around him. I think that that's where he's going with it, kind of. Like, I could be off a little bit, but I think that, we going to have teams that's going to game plan for, they're going to test him. In college, they had a great defense in Georgia. They're not going to just test Nakobe Dean. They're going to test everybody, but they're going to, it's more strategized schemes in these offenses to attack, a Nakobe Dean or even a Sidney Brown if he starts. They're going to attack them.
Yeah, that's the key right there, DV. They try that. That's a lot of teams gonna do that too. They're gonna test them boys. They're gonna see where your game at. Is you really that, or is this a facade? Hey, Cool Cat, real quick, can you show me that schedule again?
All right, go ahead and talk while I pull it up.
I was just trying to see which team was like. I wanted to see which team we face first. That's like I think week 4. That's gonna be Nakobe Dean answer in the middle. Week 4. A team that like to run the ball. I know everybody ain't high on Washington, but y'all see what they did us in that second game. They ran the ball. That's why I get to see if Nakobe Dean need to be in the middle or not.
I mean, I think you can stop the run, no problem. I think
but
just
when you start running that middle, it's gonna be crazy, Prince. When you start really attacking him, where you like, hey, look, we gonna open the hole, we gonna let Nakobe Dean sit in the hole, and that's what we running the ball at until he stop us from running the ball there. And y'all, he's short, he's small. It's gonna happen. A lot of the smaller linebackers get that. You see what
really
he did
about stopping
Michael.
Really about stopping run plays from happening is you have to disrupt them. Meaning you have to fill in the gaps. You gotta get the linemen from let's say making it to the second level, right? So we have the dudes on the first level. I think that we can disrupt their game plan to let Nakobe Dean like roam around or whatever. I think we have the personnel to help him out, so he's not just on there as an island. Is what I'm trying to communicate. I think what it is really the middle of our defense. Like in the pass game, I think teams are going to try to attack. So that includes Reed, Blankenship. That includes Tremaine Edmonds. That includes Dean. Like those 3 players in the middle of our defense, I think that's going to be the biggest weakness that teams are going to try to exploit. Because Reed and Nakobe Dean, both of them are short. And Tremaine, he's more of like an in the box safety. Like he's going to be like a lot of times we're switching him from being a safety into being a linebacker. Right. So I think this thing with Nakobe, we're just saying it because he just hasn't played yet. We don't really know what he is yet. We know what he is. We know something, but don't really have all the information necessary. But So I think we're going to be fine. I don't think we're going to be like top 3 or anything like that. But I think we'll just be fine enough. The Eagles don't really put money into the linebacker position anyway. So how are we going to expect
Right.
top 3 from that
Hey,
position?
hold on. I got a question.
Go
How
ahead.
we get away from naming our 5-man fronts to
Yeah, I didn't
talking
even
about
get my
Kobe
Uh,
Dean? We just completely
I'll give you
forgot about that.
I give you mine. Y'all probably disagree with it. I'm gonna put Jordan Davis in the middle. I'm gonna put Fletcher Cox on one side of him. Then I'm gonna put Jalen Carter on the other side of him. Then I'm gonna put Hassan Reddick and Nolan Smith on the outside.
You got some man eaters there. Pause.
Yeah.
You got some. It's 3 people in that middle that you might have to figure something out.
Yeah.
God, you got some big boys. What Fletcher? 6'3", what? 340, something like
315?
that.
310?
310
And then
310?
you got 6'6", 330, and then you got
and then
6'3",
6'3",
315. They can't run, and we have the personnel on the field to pass rush too.
That's over 900. That's over
Yeah.
900 pounds of monster in the middle.
That's a ton in the middle.
And then you got speed on the outside. So not much you can do against that.
You can. The thing I like about your 5 is you can contain. You can really sit Nolan Smith and Hassan Reddick on the end and let them boys in the middle work. If he get outside the pocket, you got 2 guys that can chase the quarterback down, no matter what quarterback it is. I like that. I do like that.
Worst thing is we have so many options of like I'm taking Josh Sweat off the field. Like I'm taking Josh Sweat and Brandon Graham off the field. Like that's 20 sacks right there. I'm just taking off the field. But
Why are you taking Josh Sweat off the field, bro?
I don't understand this.
I don't
I'm gonna
understand
give
it.
mine. I'm gonna give you guys mine.
He one of our
He-
best friends. I think he our
I
third.
For
know.
mine, I'm going with what Smitty. Before you answer, preach the answer that Smitty gave. I'm sticking with that too. But I want Jordan Davis and the Kobe Dean, them Georgia Bulldogs, on the field at the same time. If it's me. But go ahead, Prince.
Nah, I'm done. That's the only dilemma with me is like I'm taking arguably our best, let's say, end pass rusher in a Sweat off the field.
For
BG
me,
ain't go.
Yeah,
What we
go
got
ahead,
on
BG.
BG?
my 5 is gonna be Nolan Smith, Reddick on the outside, and then your ends are gonna be Sweat and Cox, with Jalen Carter, the rookie, in the middle.
Jalen Carter's the news.
Hold on, say that
Okay.
again. Hold on. It was Nolan,
Nolan
Hassan.
and Hassan on the outside, and then your ends would be Sweat and Fletcher Cox. He play a lot of the end, and then have the rookie go in the middle, Jalen Carter in the middle. You know, just because he's a pass rushing DT to get after the quarterback anyway, and he's still big enough
Hold
to
on,
stop.
we ain't even say nothing. We talking about pass rushers. We ain't even say nothing about Derek Barnett yet. Because Derek Barnett is
No.
Stop.
great. No, look, hear me out. Hear me out.
Go ahead.
I know, like Derek Barnett game kind of fit the '90s. It kind of fit the '90s, but he's an excellent pass rusher off of that edge, bro.
I'm
Excellent.
gonna say this:
He do a
if we
lot of jump routes. He do a
if
lot
we
of jump
successful on 2nd and 14 to push it back to 3rd and 30, then we can talk about Derek Barnett.
But y'all was saying y'all don't even want him in them kind of positions because he plays so high headed. But Derek Barnett is
Yeah.
he's a great pass rusher, bro. Y'all seen it his rookie year and
Great.
the year after that.
Great.
Y'all, come on, bro.
What y'all think about
He above
Milton
mid.
Hold
Williams?
on, cool
He's a
cat.
good run stopper.
Hold on, cool
Just
cat.
at the
All right,
edge.
go ahead, Trey,
Hold
and then
on,
we'll talk about
hold on.
Malik Williams. Go ahead.
So that Minnesota game, what happened? Everybody recall that. That's 2017. What happened in that game? Derek Barnett turned that whole game around, right?
Facts.
They was
Yes.
Yeah,
driving on
yeah,
us.
he did.
They was driving on us. They was at the 15. Dude had a strip
Mhm.
sack. Bro, Derek
Facts.
Barnett is a great
Yeah, I
player.
remember that.
He's just a little bit too aggressive, and you gotta like kind of calm that down. But if you could get him in that rotation, because he's not gonna be a starter for us this year. So if you get him
Yeah,
in
he's
that
not.
rotation where he could be coming off the edge, Sam Reddick and Nolan Smith, that's gonna be dangerous, bro.
But you really got to look at that. If you break that play down, Trey, and I ain't gonna lie, he's a rookie that year. I'm sorry. if he didn't get that strip sack, he shouldn't have been playing football. Because I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, go back and watch the replay of that. That was blocked all wrong. How you gonna have your tight end come from all the way on the other side of the formation to try to come back in motion to get to try to get him to block a speed rusher off the edge?
I bet you can say it that way, right? But how many dudes would have fell on that clip play? How many dudes would have fell on that clip play? He dipped that joint. Strip sack.
He really was already really halfway
if a dude
past
running at your legs. Look. Still.
He was halfway past the block already, though.
No, he dived.
All he had to do was kind of sidestep. If you watch it,
he
sidestep and push down,
bro.
That's all he did was sidestep and push down, and then run straight. Go back and watch it, bro.
He didn't even push down. He just dipped it. But how many dudes that we call great pass rushers would have fell on that play? Von Miller, I'm not trying to get injured.
Yeah.
Facts. I'm not gonna lie. Facts. That's true. That's true. But if he didn't get that, that was just like literally, what was you doing?
Bro, he showed up his rookie year. He showed up plenty of times. Even during the season, he showed up.
He did. No, I give him this too. He's not a bad pass rusher. He's a pretty good pass rusher, and he's not bad in the run game either. He got some good tackles for a loss in the run game too. So he can play the run pretty well too. I'm not saying Derek Barnett is horrible. He ain't all bad. I actually like his game. I just wish he wasn't a hothead, get so many damn penalties and shit.
His game fit the '90s more than it do this present time.
But come on, guys. Like, is he a bust?
No, he not no bust.
I think
come on.
He not no bust.
He throws a 12 overall.
One at a time. Let Trey state his case. Go ahead, Trigger.
I'm just saying, we look at everything at like a what have you done for me lately type thing, and he was out all season last year. But even the season before that, with all the penalties and all that, the pressures he put on quarterbacks, the hits he put on quarterbacks, it was effective. It was effective. And now we add Derek Barnett, the aggressive player that we know, to a plethora of pass rushers. He's going to eat in this defense. If they don't trade him by like the end of this like off season and stuff like that, he's going to eat in this defense because he's going to be in the rotation. He's going to eat in this defense. Boy, you get this dude one-on-one with a tackle that's not as experienced and stuff like that, he's going to kill him, bro. He's going to kill him. And I hope he like straight coming off that injury he had and all that, because that could affect your game too. But Derek Barnett he's a great pass rusher in this league.
All right, here's
like the sacks and the numbers and all that, but he's a great pass. He gonna get you to the point where like, God damn, this boy done hit me like 15 times. Like now you're gonna start looking that way. Now you got Hassan Reddick coming off the edge, smoking you. Now you got Nolan coming off the edge, smoking you. Now you got Jalen Carter coming up the middle. And where the worst place to get pass rush at is the middle, right?
That's where the quarterbacks hate it.
They hate it. Especially if you're not mobile. If you're not mobile, if you're a Kirk Cousins or somebody like that, bro, you hate pass rush up the middle. You can take it off the edge because you can just step up. But up the middle, it ain't nothing you could do because now you're running into little pass rushers and stuff like that. So we got a plethora of pass rushers coming off the end, middle, everything. Everybody that's going to fit into this defense perfect. If he got his head on straight, because of Tennessee, he was a monster in Tennessee. Monster. He played that way, but he didn't play that way. If we could get him to the where everybody like, come on, bro, you can't do the little stupid stuff. He's gonna be a great pass rusher in this league, even coming off an injury, because he don't gotta play 80 to 90% of the snaps like he used to.
But that's the thing, though. It's like if I'm drafting you 12 overall, I don't want a situational pass rusher. I want a every down player. I don't want to.
Hold on, Duke. Monday Night Raw is on. You can go ahead and watch some wrestling right there, okay? We ain't talking about wrestling. We're talking about Derek Barnett and is he a bust or not. Monday Night Raw with Seth freaking Rollins is on TV right now. You happy? Go ahead, Prince.
It's like
Yeah, I got that up on my television screen right now.
Exactly.
And my
Go ahead,
brother's a
Frank.
big fan of wrestling. And like, if we chose him like in the third round or fourth round, and then he's doing what he does now, I'd be like, cool. But you're the 12th overall pick. You know what I mean? And we're talking about how you can't play him all that. You can't play him for that many snaps. You just got to play him for this many. Like, come on, man.
But you're not
I think
saying
what
you
a lot.
can't play them all those snaps. With the defense we got, you don't have to. It's a
Yeah,
difference. It's a
Mm,
difference. We're not saying we can't play him all those snaps. He coming off an ACL injury.
yeah, he
You
is.
don't
He
have
is.
I think that's why he will look better.
you really can
He has
gradually
the talent.
work him into this pass rush. You can work him into this defense. And he'll still do great because ain't nobody gonna want to see Derek Barnett one-on-one coming up their ass. Why do you think he got all those penalties? Because he was cooking left tackles and stuff like that. And he got there, but he got there a little bit too late and he was a little bit too aggressive. It's gonna be kind of harder for dudes to really do a 7-step drop on us. Derek Barnett's gonna be there, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do Derek Barnett make the roster?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's if he make the roster. Like, to be honest, as if he make the roster.
Like, we're asking questions
Mm-hmm.
like this. Like,
I think he's
Yeah.
gonna come back strong this year. He had a whole season off, and like I said, Derek Barnett has never played with this kind of talented roster. Period on defense. Period.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted
yeah.
him to be the star, you know. And yes, he didn't live up to that Reggie White stardom, but he played some good football for us. He made some bonehead mistakes, but being able to come back and play on a defense this talented, I think it would give a chance for him to really shine.
Yep. So let's go ahead and wrap up the show and get up our final thoughts before we. Yeah, it's past the 100 mark, and I know, right? Granted, so salute to you, everybody, for watching the 100th episode of the Birds of Bar Street. So we'll go down the line. Stu, your final thoughts before we wrap up.
My final thoughts is this. If we stay healthy this year, I think we closing in on that sack record. If we stay healthy up front, that season sack record is ours.
Yep. Prince?
Oh, man, next. All right. My final thoughts are. All this week I was actually looking at just Jalen Hurts stats, which is crazy because if you actually look at Jalen Hurts' playoff run that
Hold
he
on,
just had,
Prince. Hold on,
like,
Prince. Since you said it. Go ahead, Prince.
so if you actually look at Jalen Hurts' postseason that he just had, and you compare it to Eli Manning, like that was crazy postseason he had where he won the Super Bowl, Jalen Hurts beats him in all the statistics, all of them, which is crazy. But we didn't win the Super Bowl. Like that one turnover Eli Manning had, like that one interception, like 6-1, 66 completion percentage, all those yards and everything like that. If you look at Jalen Hurts' numbers and compare it to that, like everybody says, Eli Manning the greatest playoff quarterback ever. If you compare Jalen Hurts' numbers to his, it's exactly the same, and he started less games. This is crazy, but now I have to hear from Cowboys naysayers about Dak is as good as we know it's fake. But I'm expecting gigantic things from Jalen Hurts. I'm expecting him to get even better as a passer. I expect him to get at least 30 passing touchdowns. Let's say 6 or 7 rushing touchdowns over 400 yards, and be in the MVP conversation yet again. So
Yep.
that's what I got.
King DB?
When you talk about health, man, I'm looking at these running backs. I'm looking at these running backs that's going to, help Jalen Hurts bail him out. We got 2 running backs that keeps their legs churning after a tackle, that can break tackles, that can actually take it down the field, that can one catch out the backfield and give us some plays like that. I'm looking for these guys to stay healthy. If these guys stay healthy, the league is in trouble. I really believe that it sucks to be Kenny G, honestly, because we were talking about at one point of him starting in the all season. We was talking about him starting, and now we got these 2 guys, and now we're talking about a 1-2 punch over him. Man, I would like to see what he does in training camp. Overall, I think that this running back room it's going to flourish under Brian Johnson's office because let's face it, man, he had a good running game. He had a good running game in his offensive scheme, and I think it was like 2 or 3 running backs that went off. So I just think that we're in for a good treat when it comes to the running backs, but they're not really nothing. And let's be honest, because we've seen what Miles Sanders did last season. They're not really nothing without their offensive line. And Jalen Hurts is just going to intensify what they can do.
Yep. Smitty, final thoughts?
All off season, I've been hearing good problems. You know what I'm saying? We got too many defensive linemen. We got too many receivers. We got the best O line. We got the best D line. Like, I don't understand what a consensus. All these, listen, it ain't just our organization making these statements. It's other organizations making the same statements, and they turn around with those same statements and say we can't go back to another Super Bowl. Like, I'm really at the point where I'm like, I'm not finna talk to these dudes and give them no more energy, man, because I'm moving in a way different way. We either gonna be on the same page, or we ain't gonna be on no pages. Because guess what? If you in the NFC, you in trouble. You in real. Did y'all just hear the 5-man fronts we just made up here? We were putting the best. Chris just put the best pass rusher, one of the best pass rushers we had last year, on the bench. He put an Eagles legend on the bench. Think about what we really got going on in the Eagles organization right now, bro. We are locked and loaded. And the best thing about it is a lot of our players that shouldn't be locked in, they locked in. 2-3 years here. Half our defense pretty much locked in. We got a lot of rookie contracts. We in a position to win another Super Bowl, man. They say that this consensus is your quarterback can't win, you know what I'm saying, after the rookie deal most of the time. Jalen Hurts finna kill all that, man. Y'all finna see this man on a revenge tour like no other. I'm ready to see it, man. Appreciate y'all boys for being here for the 100th episode. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this with your people, because we keep it real.
Exactly. Trigger?
All right. So I'm kind of on the same page, Smitty. Everything we arguing about, that's good problems, bro. Shout out to Howie Roseman, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Howie Roseman. He the reason we can have
Howie
discussions
P.
like this. He the reason we can have discussions like this. Cause, like I said, bro, everybody not gonna agree on what we say, even like Eagles fans, stuff like that. But there's good problems to have. There's great problems to have. Even with the Rashad Penny, DeAndre Swift, it's like, bro, you getting a mix of everything. It's like, I hope, hopefully, because we had Trey Sermon, they ain't really put him on the field. He was a power back to me, so he could have worked out good in his offense. But hopefully, Rashad Penny and Swift can eat, and then you got Gainwell. It's like, bro, we got great problems. These are great problems, bro. These are great problems. Even the safety position, we got 3 dudes we was discussing. A lot of teams don't got that. A lot of teams don't got 3 dudes that they could discuss and who gonna win what. Kayvon Wallace, Sidney Brown, stuff like that, bro. A lot of dudes don't got that. So I feel like we're gonna be good. Once the season hit, we gonna be good. Little problems we're gonna have to get over, like the linebacker position. We a little light in the ass at the linebacker position, but if we rushing the passer like that and we stopping the run, linebackers ain't really gonna have to worry about too much, but kind of coverage and stuff like that. So, bro, we got great problems. We got problems that teams don't have, and that's a great thing. So, I mean, shout out to Birds of Broad Street, 100 episode. I mean, I've been a part of a lot of these, so a lot of these. VG no, Cool Cat no, bro. I was a controversial boy, so
Yes, she was. That's why we
I was
brought
a
you.
controversial. They
It
used
was
to
the first day I brought you on. The first day we was hyping up the Lions. You was like, y'all,
Y'all niggas know
y'all
we gonna cool
sleeping
that
down.
VG
Y'all
out.
hyped out about the
They
Lions
got
win.
crazy.
I was a controversial boy, man. I kept everybody level headed. I
Yeah,
was one of them.
he still
So
do, y'all. He still do. Don't get it twisted. He still do.
yeah, so
Trash
I mean,
shit.
look, bro, we doing a great thing here. I appreciate you bringing in King DV, Smitty. It's like, bro, we growing now, so we growing. I mean, even Stu, me and Stu went at it a couple times, but I mean, it's all love.
I love it. I love it.
It's all love. It's football talk at the end of the day. Nobody's gonna get hurt over this, nothing like that. So it's like, bro, let's get it. Let's get it, man. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's go.
Yep. BG.
Man, this is the show. Like I said, like Trey said too, we're growing. You know, we went from me, you, Notion. You know, then we had to go get Trey, try to calm me down and Notion down because we always getting hyped up. He kind of did his job a little bit. You know, we always have our battles. Me and Trey, I love it, man. Just a competitiveness in the same, like on the same team. Like you're on the same team, but you're just so competitive. You guys come from so many different angles. You know, this show's been great, man. We keep adding more people. Dude, salute to King DV Smitty for joining the squad. You know, Simone with the sports joining the squad. You know, we got some real talent out here. And we're gonna keep growing. We're gonna keep being, bringing that fire every Monday night. And I just, like I said, I just look forward to more and more shows. I love this show, and I love being with you guys and talking about the Eagles. Man, it's all good, man. It's all love.
100 episodes, y'all. Y'all don't know what this means to me. 100
Salute to Cool
episodes.
Cat for putting us together for 100 episodes.
Yeah. Salute to everybody that's been rocking for 100 episodes. BG and Notion Gang, on the first day I told them, come on, y'all, we're doing the show. We're doing the show. BG like, what? Today? Now? Yeah, we're doing the show.
I ain't even gonna lie, yo. The 100 episodes is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro.
I keep telling a story. Cool Cat came to me and was like, hey, I want to do a show with you and Notion. And at that time, I had just started. So it's like, I'm like, all right, I'm thinking like, Cool Cat, think of a show. You just want to get both of us on the show. That's cool. I'm laying in the bed, man. Miss BIRDGANG. We're just chilling, watching YouTube videos and content. And I just see this Birds of Broad Street, video pop up. I click on the video. It's a whole intro with Cool Cat, me, Notion. I'm like, he wants to do a show? Like, I thought he was talking about just, one show type thing. He talking about doing a show. I'm like, I didn't even know nothing about it. I get on the phone with Notion. Like, I didn't know we were doing a show either. But salute to Cool Cat, man. He found the talent. He keep finding great talent, man. And he keep doing his thing.
The Avengers of Village.
Shout out to Cool Cat, bro. Cool Cat, the reason all this happened, bro. Like, yo. Like I said, I did one episode. Cool Cat hit me up like, yo, you trying to be a part of this show? Yes, sir. Let's get it. Let's get it.
It's on the 100 episode intro of me saying, are you in? You say, hell yeah.
Trey,
and we're in.
Trey, you got ass. Yeah, I got to the point where I just seen the thing and it was tagged and I was like, oh, I guess I'm a fire person. Listen, every week I was just getting a link. It was just like, here go the link. Here go the link. I'm like, I ain't gonna stop coming if you keep sending the link. I ain't gonna stop.
Right. Because
that's what I've been doing.
DV, I can't hear you, DV.
Down, bro. You can't turn.
Cool Cat said, yo, y'all want to be in? All right, y'all in. As we're shooting the video of the live, this bull was making the intro. One guy's in. And then, like, man, look.
But DV, that was like 5 shows, 6 shows in. We were 6 shows in.
Yeah. But, I mean, a lot of people, they had busy lives and we were always there. So it was like, all right, let's be a part of this, something big. And, just to be here, part of the 100 episode, man, it's just like, yo, it's big kudos to you, man. Like I said earlier, you put this thing together and, you never let the audience down. You sit up there and you're recording, like I said, on public transportation, you're recording bad Wi-Fi, a hurricane is going on and you sit up there just freezing up, but you're still going like, sorry y'all, but about these birds though. Right? And that's just big kudos to y'all, man. At the end of the day, man, like, y'all guys don't know how hard it is to do this recording stuff, to put this content out for you guys and everything like that. I'm a perfectionist, so everything has to be right. So I give kudos to people that can fumble over mistakes and still make some great content, man. So I salute to Cool Cat, salute to BG, Trey, Smitty, Stu always holding everybody down, man. He's like the Morgan Freeman and the Morgan Freeman of the Philadelphia sports.
That's Samuel, man. He's Samuel, man.
Shout out to Prince for being here. Yeah, Samuel. Yeah, Samuel. Yeah, he loud. Yeah, Samuel. But I think that we got a great thing going here, and we got to go 100 more episodes, man. 100 more
Yeah.
episodes, man.
And I think we're getting
one
one
more.
It
more
was so
person.
many
I mean,
episodes, right? Look, it was so many episodes. Me and BG was going at it for like a whole hour and a half. And everybody just sat there and just chilled. Like, yo,
like, what the hell
Trey,
are you
what you
talking
got to
about,
say?
Trey?
BG, what you got to say? BG really my dog, bro. We started this. We started even before like Birds of Broad Street. We started something like special, bro. So it's
Yeah.
like, and it was like on some. It was more on some like we got different opinions, and we'd go at each other hard. But at the end of the day, we hug, make up, all that. Like, bro, that's my guy. I love BG. So BG brought me on the show. For real, for real. It was like, I mean, me and BG was doing little shows together, and Cool Cat was like, all right, bring him on the show. He brought me on the show one time. I got into this, and it was like, bro, me and BG, we go at it. Like, tell him, BG, we go at it all the time, bro.
We go at it so much. People love it to the point like me and Trey got 2 other shows. You know what I'm saying? We do Birds Online. You know that we definitely need to get another episode of that in soon. And we also do Bird Brain podcast. So like he is that guy I love in the world because he got points. But at the end of the day, I bring the more of the you know what I expect just from like my football knowledge from what I think I see going on. Trey just ready to what he's done studied and what he knows is going on right now. I'm trying to look at the future a little bit. He'd be like, "No, nigga, stay right here. This is where we at for real though, for real, right here." And you need someone to love you out like that. So yeah, it's great working with all you guys. And you know what? So let's shout out to the chat because this is one show that the chat is just as much as part of the show as we are. We
Facts, bro.
always are in the chat. We always
Facts,
are
bro.
you guys. So shout out to you for rocking with us.
Bro,
So
Rock
Yeah.
the artist, Rock the artist been rocking with us from the beginning.
yeah,
Yes, he has.
It's a couple dudes. Ready Red, me and Ready Red go at it all the time. I be like, Ready Red, bro, get on the joint. He don't never want to get on the joint, but that's my guy though. He a Cowboys fan, but that's my guy though. Um, bro, it's a lot of people I can shout out right now, bro, and it's crazy. Like, there's a lot of people I can shout out. Hold on, I'm gonna look through the chat. Go ahead, y'all do your thing.
Well, I got one more thing to say. I gotta
Go
thank
ahead,
all
sir.
of y'all. Like, there's not many places I can go on and just y'all can just spit out Eagles history like that. Because a lot of people don't. They're just into the politics of it, and they're just into the whoever wins. That's what matters. It doesn't really matter the depth and the details behind what's going on and everything like that. So I gotta thank all of y'all for doing that. The first time I was on here, it was similar to I think it was what was it, Smitty? Or somebody said that they just saw it pop up and was just like, oh, Eagles talk. So I just went in there, and then when I finally got onto the show, I think it was Trey and it was BG. We were talking about Jalen Hurts. I remember we were talking about at least for like an hour and a half to 2 hours. We were just, and you were trying to end the show like so many times, but we just kept spitting it out, spitting it out, spitting it out. There's not many people I can do that with, to where it's just hours and hours. I can go on this for hours, like just doing history. So I gotta thank y'all. Like y'all just satisfying my addiction for Eagles content. Um, but I would love to be a part of y'all show if y'all ever need, Prince to come on, spit his knowledge. Um,
It's right here, my brother. Read the slogan.
All right,
Welcome to
look,
Broad Street.
look. So
Oh shit.
shout
Read
out Big Simple, shout out Grand Desire, shout out
yeah,
Cowboy, shout
yeah,
out uh,
boss,
shout,
salute the boss, salute the Cole.
shout
Lord
out
Brunson
AK
was on the
Eagle,
show.
shout out AK Eagle, shout out
yeah.
uh, bro. It's so many people, bro, that just made this show great, and even not this show, other shows we had. Shout out all them dudes, man. I love Big Simple.
Mhm.
Big Simple, the funniest boy ever, bro. If y'all ever get a chance, if y'all ever
Big,
get a
hey,
chance,
yo, big shout out, Big
I'm
Simple.
telling
Man.
you right
Shout
now.
out Big
You
Simple.
know.
shout out Cole Cowboy. That's my guy. He a Cowboys fan, but that's my guy, bro. We could come
And
we could
Mhm.
you're
come
doing
around
something good
so
when you
much,
get so many
bro.
rival people, like rival fans in your chats all the time. You know what I'm saying? They love
yeah.
being on Broad Street. and that makes you feel more respected and more freaking appreciated. You know, to keep bringing that fire every single week because you're gonna not just have Eagle fans, you're gonna have Cowboy fans, you're gonna have Giant fans, you're gonna have the whole division is gonna be inside here trying to listen to what we say, and they try to troll their way on to the show, which is all good because trolls are just like regular fans too. They're getting those views up. They're supporting us and they're giving us love. So it's all good. Shout out to all you guys for sure.
Hey, Bird Gang, I've been doing the same thing. I've been getting up in the morning at 8:00. The Commanders and the Giants, they always have like this space in the morning, early morning. They be in there like having conversations with each other on Twitter. I just be sitting in the back of the room like, I hear all y'all frustration and I'm confident. I'm gonna let y'all argue until y'all bring up the Eagles. I'm not gonna even ask to be a speaker. I just want to hear what y'all talking about. And I've heard, like, I've really been listening, but it's a lot of teams that's scared of us getting better.
Yeah,
they petrified.
They are
Also,
like seriously.
I ain't gonna lie. Also, shout out Grand Desert because Desert been rocking from the beginning, bro.
Burnt out, yeah, whatever. Yeah.
He been rocking from the beginning, bro. Like posting our stuff,
JC,
tagging our stuff. JC,
it's another one. Yeah.
bro. JC from the beginning. But Grand, he really been like posting our stuff, like even like I said, even beyond Birds of Bird Street, dude pulled up at everything. And he a Dolphins fan.
Yeah.
He a Dolphins fan,
knows
but he comes every
about
week to hear
everything
Eagles content.
Everything about football. Grant was my number one moderator.
Don't forget Dank Burrito, bruh.
He helped my channel a lot.
No, shout out Dink too. Yep, shout out Dink Burrito.
Being on your show because I'm so
We done had many debates. Me and Dink, many debates. We ain't always agree on everything, but I respect his opinion. Shout out Dink too.
Yeah. 100 episodes, y'all. I salute everybody that's been on this show. I salute everybody that's been in the comments. I salute all my co-hosts. It was me, No Chicane, and BG. Then we added Trigger. Then we added Moan, King DV, Smitty, our honorary Oos Mooch. Mitch. We got Stu. We got Prince. We got so many people that's been on the show. I'm at lost for words, man. 100 freaking episodes. 100 freaking episodes, and it's all thanks to y'all for embracing my pitch. I'm trying not to tear up because.
Hey man, thanks, bro. We appreciate you, bro.
I ain't even gonna lie, yo. And this me talking. I feel like I'm the most out of all the like that people like the originals. I'm the most underrated one, bro. I'm the most underrated one, bro. Because everybody, like a lot of the people come to talk trash to me. They don't like my takes, but y'all got to deal with it. Let's get it.
Yeah, let's get ready for 100 more episodes, y'all. Let's get everybody home. 100 more episodes on the way, y'all. Let's get to 200 starting next week when we have our off-season call-in. The countdown to training camp. We're 2 weeks away for the 100th time. For your boy, Mickey Miss, Cool Cat Kanye, you can represent the Birds. For Nose to Gang, Trigger, BG Moan, Smitty, King DV, the whole family. 100 episodes. I salute everybody. I'm about to tear up, y'all. Let's get it.
And until next time.
Let's get it.
Go Birds, man. Go Birds.